Where are the space cats? Where are the space cats? They're coming for me. They're coming for me.
I'm not dead! And in fact, I'm continuing to Let's Play. So, yeah, apologies, it's been a fairly long time actually. So, let us continue playing Master of Orion 3. Great game to start replaying, isn't it? Absolutely perfect. Right, we're going to insultingly accept your offer of research agreement, because actually we need all the research agreements we can get. Now give me a few moments while I work out what the heck I was doing. I think it was pretty much go and start crushing the back end of our main opponent's empire. As you can see, there is a secondary squad which will arrive in a short amount of time. You're heading over to there. We're going to instead go over there. 1 to 2 turns, because some of the fleet is slower, but that's fine. It will go and support the second bit of it. Meanwhile, you've sent a fleet to the Wesert system, which we're still actually trying to conquer, aren't we? Yes, hurrah. I remember things. Transport squad's approaching. We then need to create another ground transport. Marine Army, 28 units. In fact, we can get trained, also build. And meh. It'll arrive there soon enough. 2 turns. We then have a recon thing which has arrived there, but Simac is... Actually, that recon's been there for ages. That's the blocking area, really. And we have 5 planets in this system already. Right, I think what we need to do first off is get back to the sitrep and just check what we actually did last and what's actually been done. We have various unrest things sorted out. We have PSYOPs, clone troops, a couple of diplomacy messages. We have Eagle Freeze being built, population enhancers, owned planets. Apologies if this is going to be a lot of recapping and not very interesting, but then this game is not very interesting. I think after about what are we now into? 4 hours of this now? Got to be close. We have various scientific agents who are all virtually useless. In fact, we're quite glad we got you, because you're actually an improvement on things. Yeah, we have to retire. You've got no luck. Shall recruit another military in your place, and I'm basically going to cycle them out. I should really be cycling out the scientific spy here as well. In fact, that might have been what I was doing. But that's fine. We have 3 leaders. Let's go and sort out our empire stats here, because what we want to do is put development plans up now. So we want our mineral poor worlds to become research as primary, and as a secondary thing we want, what do we want here? Manufacturing. Next, on mineral rich worlds, we want manufacture to be primary and mining to be secondary. Next, we want to have any with a high biodiversity to go into farming, secondary. Final thing, I think, is maybe not actually. Newly Conquered needs to have government secondary, recreation tertiary. Right, so I basically set a load of ambling commands which will now apply to every world that that fits the description. And the basic plan is, hopefully now I don't have to do quite so much micromanaging, but this game is nothing except trying to stop you doing that anyway, so it should agree. Also, you go over there. 4 minutes in, let's end the turn. Assault planet, assault planet. Ooh, no, Hera's got a few problems. And assault planet. Oof, we won that. Yeah, that was problematic. If our ships are not superior, that would have caused some problems. We gained ground on whatever that was. Wesset 2, we bombarded Ramad. Captured 2 regions on Wesset 2. Which means that should hopefully be the last of what we need. Alright, so you've sent a bit of a fleet here. And there's no way I can build any mobilisation centres here. Now, I've been asked, actually on both games, although I've pre-recorded all of my Endless Space videos, which is now essentially done. I do show off the combat in that, and I will show off the combat in this a bit later. I'll probably show off the Guardian fight, if nothing else. So, where's the nearest deploy task force? Right. So we have blood cruisers. We have carrier ships, actually, which I did notice afterwards. So I'm going to build a carrier wave. So, all of these should be class 3 ships. I think the blood 2s are fast enough. And scouts. There we go. So we now have a carrier wave. This basically will launch a load of fighters and things, and I do like these. They tend to be... they're quite powerful. Long squad arrives, transport squad arrives. We need to send another one off as soon as possible. Which, where's the link? Create ground transport. We need another trained army. And where possible, I need to get rid of these troop 2s. Unfortunately, we don't quite have it. Oh, we've got a lot of colony ships in reserve. We need to stop building those. Because I think that's just showing we've got quite a lot in reserve that we can't use. And, done it. No, I don't really want to do that. So what we'll do is instead we'll go with a experienced corps of Marines. And hope that's enough to take on this system, which is 4 turns away. I'm kind of gambling on getting this done, so we'll see. Meanwhile, are there any... Actually, here we go. This is the easy way of doing this. We need to go uncontrolled, within borders, and sorting by terraform zone. So these are all the yellow ones, so we're going to send colony ships to each of these yellow systems. Most of these are fairly useless, I will concede this, but yeah, the rest are all reds, so we don't want those for the moment. Most of them are useless, but they give us something to do with our colony ships as opposed to them just sitting there and draining our resources. Meantime, yeah, you don't have anything there. We do have additional support here. Colony to be sent there. Okay, in turn. So, intercept fleet. Let's actually watch the combat here because, meh, there was no combat. We need to assault the planet there. I control. And, right. The Ramad system we have troop advantage, but unfortunately we are beaten. Invasion has failed on Ramad. Okay. Where do we send the... You can head to there then. Since that completely failed, we're going to have to go and do this slowly. Done it. It's just a waiting for the darn... for them to get enough production to start actually doing things to help us out here. You're actually dying as a system, aren't you? I need to get some migration there, actually. Right, so that's got 2 and a ship being built, so you should be able to do it. Why haven't you? Mobilisation centre. Right, that'll start being built. Missile base is probably a good idea, actually, considering how close you are to enemy terrain. Meanwhile, another ground transport, another experienced Marine Corps. We have the 2 troop ships. Please be enough to start tipping that balance, because I should have sent another one a bit earlier, I know, but yeah. It's fine, and as we see, colony ships are now being deployed. I'm going to actually, for now, actually, army trained. Do we have enough troops freeze for that? No. I am going to go, though, and scrap all of the obsolete ships. Because that will drain... That will get rid of some of our costings, and also means I stop doing things like that. So, auto build, accept. Do we have enough troop 2s to do that? We don't have any troop... We don't have any of the appropriate troop ships. So, hooray. production issues. Speaking of which, where are we on the production front? No, not mineral production, we want industry. So what are you actually building now? They waste their time building troop ships. They really do. Start building the troops, as opposed to troop ships. Right, start building troop frees. Back. What are you building? You're building fighter bases, which is fine, I suppose. Let's go and build that because you can, and then I want you to start building other system ships. Start building some more of those. In fact, build 5 of those. Now, this is the inefficient way of doing it, but it'd be a nice surprise if only get 5 of them. Yeah, we're going to change you to industry. More industry is required. We do not need this system doing things like that. So you're building defender ships. You also, though, are quite slow on building up your basic defenses, so meh. Alright, end for turn. Assault planet. Ooh, okay. We should have intercepted the fleet there. Control, and 2 regions gained. We've now got a load of colony ships now arriving. So we now have colonies that are now set up. They'll do whatever they're supposed to do. You should be, according to our little designs, that should work out for us. Okay, so they actually redeployed directly there, which is a problem. More troops coming in. You are not doing anything, apparently. But then you don't have any industry built, so I'll let you off there, I suppose. Anything is now, I think we can stop with the... Actually, you weren't being migrated. Where am I getting migration in? Don't know. That's where I was getting migration in. We can cancel that now. And you're doing various things and stuffs and whatevers. Alright. No, stay there. You're there in 1 turn. We have various things on the way in. I really could do with one of these systems actually taking off. Or actually, why isn't that one building the darn mobilisation centre? In fact, it might be quicker to go and do this. I know I obviously can't build it there, but if I actually change this to one of these to a government, it would be... No, well. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. End turn. Right. We're still going to assault the planet. Still going to assault the planet. Let's see what happens here. We probably all die. No, it's victory. We lost a few ships, though, so I'm gathering we've probably lost all of our troops. Yeah, we did. Still haven't gained the Wesat 2 system because it's a huge planet. So yeah, we need even more approaching. All right, are you anywhere near? I'm sure I sped that up. And at best, that's 3 turns away then. Right. So some troop ships will have now been built. Let's go for trained marine army on troop freeze. Then we go for another one on troop freeze. Then we need to deploy a new task force. We want a wave of short-range attack ships, followed by another wave of... Actually, we don't have any more. I've used up all of them in that. Awesome. Right, so that's a good little defensive little fleet that'll be there in 3 turns. Next up, another ground transport. Another trained army. We don't have enough transports, so that actually, so... Trained corps. There we go. That'll be there in 2 turns, and that should hopefully, for God's sake, finish that down. Where's that system off? Assault, assault. No, come on. Next phase, thank you. Right. So yeah, we're going to keep bombarding them because there's no point in not doing this then. Can we now take the weather system? Yay, we've finally taken it. Hooray, it's ours. Joy to the world. And now we're going to build some government military. Right. So having done all that, we then need to turn that to mining, I think. Actually, it's quite a poor planet actually for that. So research, 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 and some more industry. Then here we got to have some bioharvest, but it's already producing quite a lot of that, so double industry. And that will do. Hooray! I can move the darn fleet to somewhere else. And we're actually going over there. You can follow. Because we're not done over here either. But at least that's one capital system that's now out of my... Yeah, there's no longer going to be a problem for me, actually. Right, is there actually anything in this system that's actually worth grabbing? Doesn't look like it. Right, so... with that done... 6 turns, it reckons. I need that quicker if you can do it. Okay. Since it is 3 turns minimum, that's fine. Right, after that... end the turn. Soul planet. If they all die, it's not a major... it's not the end of the world if they all die. As it happens, they were victorious, and we get to do a bit more destruction. Bombarded. Why is that? Is getting bad. Talk of revolt. Diplomacy. I'll accept that. And you. Relations improving. What the heck? I insult you almost every time I meet you, and that's... ah, darn it. Okay. Well, no worries. 1 turn till we get that system sorted. Long squad's still there, and that's going to hold off 50 ships there. I think then what we need to do is get a trained army on the route. Get you to there. And a task force, which will probably be a carrier wave if we can. Nope. Flotilla. Nope. Squadron then. Yep. Then need... we have mostly scouts, actually. We need to start building some things that aren't scouts. Stop building defenders. I'm gonna... if I could ban like certain planets from doing things like that, I would. Right, start building blood cruisers. In fact, you... once you build your falcons, which are nearly done actually, can start building blood cruisers. You are building military, which is a bit pointless really, but mind you, you've still got areas you need to build. You undo those. Actually, do that. Then build another... Oop. Yay, phone going off. Hooray. Right. That's done. Then Frisch. This is probably the next one we want to set to industry, although it is one of our richer worlds. So I'm just going to do 2 of those for now. Frisch 5. And now this one's quite poor. So we don't lose as much for setting this up with massive loads of industry. Right. And then once you've done that, what will we have you build? You're building troop ships at the moment. So build that and another build some more blood cruisers. We like our long-range cruiser ships at this stage of the game. Right, so all of that's going to be there in one turn. Let's create another ground transport. Trained army out of troop 2s. They can go to there. Let's also just scrap our obsolete ships again because we can. Right, turn. So that's going to be fairly simple. This should hopefully be simple as well with our flotilla that we just sent in. Right, AI control, AI control. Ugh. Well, I suppose at the very least we are sort of gaining on certain areas. And for ground transport we need an army here, experienced. And this is where if I was the harvesters I'd just be walking all over them in terms of ground combat. Nothing beats the harvesters in ground combat. But oh well. I don't tend to play as them anyway. There can sort of bit. Oh, you're slightly closer. Let's have another army, and you're going to go to. I think you might be needed there. We might get away with it, but it's always worth setting these up just in case. And a second army, this one to there. In fact, just to be absolutely certain, we're going to build another thing that's going to be there. Right. So that all done, end turn. Right, I'm going to assault the planet, and we're gonna watch this. So the way this works is basically, yeah, we see everything, all of the systems that we got there. That's our long-range attack flotilla, our transport squads, which will hopefully stay out of the way. They skim around. You can control it, but against what is basically a couple of recons, and oh yeah, that's their moon. We don't have to worry about that at all. So victory is ours. The transports will then just land on the planet, and hurrah, victory is ours. Next up, assault. So now, if we go into the control combat stage and look at the number of troops we got here, we'll AI that because we don't actually have any people there. So again, we had the option of bombarding the planets, but we got loads of troops. We should be fine. Next phase. So we now to control the combats here. We'll AI the Ramad system and control this. So their forces are mostly basic infantry. They have a few militia units because that's based on the military things they've got on there. We want low battle intensity, we want average collateral damage, and we're going to go with... ours is low gravity, they prefer slightly higher level of gravity. That's the full description of what all of these actually mean. We have more than enough to just go mass assault. And boom. The odds do clearly favour us. And in fact, as it happens, ground combat is victorious. We are done. The system is ours. Diplomacy. They want to improve it. Okay, I'm going to coldly accept that. Because we're warming to these people just a bit. Right, so Ramad is now ours. That will be there in 2 turns. That will be there in 2 turns. Excellent. First thing I want you to do... Our second thing I want you to do, unfortunately, because it's already... Actually, we could build that first. 157 turns away, but hey. I'm optimistic about these things. And also a very rich world. We will set this up as a major mining world, I think. With as little set to other things as we can get away with. Government, I guess that'll improve things there. Military, because it's going to be needed. Recreation, because that's probably going to be needed, actually. Second industry, so it can do some things. And then a bit more mining. Yeah, so mining in the mountains efficiency. What was the efficiency there? 15.3. 18.9 efficiency. That's going to... That'll produce a lot of mining minerals. Fortunately, both those red systems in there. I think we worked that out already, actually. So that's going to be slow and head to there. That's going to hold off for now. Yeah. You can sort of see the expanding green empire here. We need to go and basically wipe the tail of it away. We also, there's a wormhole linking these two up. we'll find that eventually. Alright, next thing I want to do is create a couple of task forces. We want squadrons of recon ships. Supported by a blood cruiser, eh? I don't see why not, actually. Except that we now don't have enough scouts to do that. Oh well. That's fine. What you'll do is basically go along there and just explore. We're going to hold on to this system. We're going to try... Actually, we don't have to, really. We can continue expanding. I just really could do with... Thinking. Is there anything in this system that we want? Not really. Not really. Okay, we'll just continue things as they are here. My random thought was basically going and exploring in various directions, because this bit of area space needs to be explored, and we can get our colony ships actually onto various other things. Right, High Canary, victory. Might as well bombard it. We've established contact with them. Hooray! And regional flak battery is now done, which is a planetary defense thing. Yay, we found their empire. What do we actually run into? We've run ourselves into a small little area like that. Do we really want to engage with a third war here? Possibly, actually. I mean, the easy question is, will we get away with it? Oh, we can't build experience. We can probably build trained armies here. Let's see. So that'll be number one. Also build a task force, which will be a carrier. Flotilla. Also build. Except carrier can get down there as well. Then build another task force, which will be long range. Build flotilla? No. Build squadron? No. So hurrah, we deployed almost all of our troops here. But yeah, we can fight on multiple battlefronts at the same time. It's fine. We can do it. Just about. Potentially, anyway. Meanwhile, over here, 8 turns. You're finally actually developing, which is good. And I suppose planetary shield generators aren't the worst thing we could build here. Let's just see how things are here. So that's 3. It's not the home system, that's probably the home system. But they are nice and compacted in, so we could make their life miserable if we continued aggressive expansion. And why wouldn't we? Probably the reason we wouldn't is because our planets do not want to build the correct things. Right, and you... No, actually, system colony? No, I can't argue with a system colony, I suppose. Blood. And finally you. You do need that. I'll then go with another blood cruiser. Which they build in 2 turns, which is why I'm queuing them up occasionally. Right, we'll send in transports every turn. Hopefully we'll grab that in 3 turns or so. In the meantime, we're going to blockade the planets. Assault. We're going to land half our troops. Oh, we've done it. I hope we could actually get away with that. Oh well, we conquered it. It's ours. Next objective is down there, I think. 7, or we can go to Dunwich. But I want to go down here. And we do need one of these to convert. So in fact, we could stay there, actually. Just conquer this system entirely first. In fact, that's the better idea. Right. So we know that's the better world. But of course it wants to build the mobilisation centre on the first one we conquered, which is annoying. Right. Next, we need to send another one of these to there. Recon Squad has found the Kled system, and this is our 30-minute reminder, meaning I'm probably going to stop the video around now. Also, we finally have 2 more colonies we can establish. Yay for random exploration. Right. Assault. Intercept the fleet on Hera, and assault the defenseless planet. Right. So many troops. Yeah, control both. Yeah, I was about to say, if we didn't conquer that system instantly. Oh, we lost. Oh, darn you. Oh well. We are weakening them, I know that much. So, we continue our mass advance over here. We have a wormhole which links to somewhere, but I don't think the Bellatrix will have a lot if it's that sort of system. It doesn't. Yeah, so, conquest, victory, stuff and things, and also this system's now ours, and hopefully I can order you. Nope, I can't. Ah well, whatever. So, yeah, we need to... I need to actually get a mobilisation centre on this side of the board. It's got to happen. That's done in 7 turns-ish, maybe. Let's speed it up. That's ages away. Once it actually gets around to building the industry, though, it'll be quicker. You are ages away. Oh well, it's not a problem. Not really. We have a lot of Dominion on the board at the moment, looking at this. We have Dynamite Crystals and Iron Drives, which are the next sort of... What level are we actually on that? Level 34. We're quite close to getting the next major fleet upgrade. Beyond that, yeah, we're up to upgrade in a lot of areas. Research efficiency in all areas. We have regional flak batteries. We do not have any additional weapons coming up, which is a little worrying. But we're doing okay here, I think. Let's have a look at the victory screen quickly. We are still top. Our status is... Well, that's planets. Of course we're top there. Well, we were a little worried by the Oxtara a while back, but they don't seem to be on the map anymore. Though it might just not be showing them. Let's see. They are definitely still the second... Definitely the second power in this game. And it's, again, not showing them because hooray. So yeah, we have... Their average tech level is 27, so we got 4 tech levels on them. Right. This is something we'll consider a little later on, but we might be getting there a little sooner than we think. Might be worth at least a check. So anyway, the Shadow 2012. This is Endless Space. And... yeah. We may look like we're finishing up... well... We can at least see everybody, and we just look at the amount of stuff we've still got to conquer. We got loads to go here. I am kind of hoping that I can just steamroller the rest of this, but we are hitting a stumbling block because of our lack of ability to just transport ships around. I'd say close to a quarter of the galaxy might be ours now. Maybe. At least in terms of things we can actually probably conquer. Also, you should definitely be... yeah, we're colonizing you two. If I've got any kind of systems which are sort of... meh, they could be useful. We're taking them now. Lupus? Had nothing. And then, of course, the Guardian world, which we're going to leave alone. For it is evil. So, until next time then, I think.